What you say about others says a lot more about you than the person you're talking about. So this is one of my favorite quotes because we talk about others throughout our day. And when I say talk about others, it doesn't just mean gossiping. Let's say you want to talk about someone who's inspired you, someone who had made you happy. You talk about people throughout your day. But how you talk about them is very important. So obviously with the good experiences, I have nothing to say about that because you're saying good stuff. Go on, keep doing that. But when you're mocking others, when you're finding fault in someone else, why do we do that? That should be the first question. So before mocking others, ask yourself, why am I doing this? If your why does not line up with virtue, if it does not line up with goodness, you should not be doing that. Secondly, when you say something about someone, and this is something that you can't say to their face, then you shouldn't be saying it at all. So for 1 second, just think, if this person hears what you are saying about, or let's say someone is talking about you in a negative manner, and you hear them saying these things about you, how would that make you feel? We've talked about the why. So how do we avoid it? I've got one rule for you. If you have nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all. It's harder to practice this, especially when you first start off, but just taking a step back and just being mindful of what you're about to say and stopping yourself from saying that is a huge step. So now, what if someone is talking about you and somehow you heard it? That someone's been talking about you or been mocking you or making fun of you. So what do you do now? Usually the defense mechanism that we have is to talk back or to talk bad about them. Like, did you know what she did? So what happens is that that's the initial defense mechanism that we all have, where it's to protect ourselves. It would seem like the only way to protect us in that situation would be to talk bad about someone else as well. But there's a more powerful tool, and that would be to stay silent. Again, the whole, if you have nothing good to say, don't say anything at all. And your silence speaks louder than if you were to say anything. And one other thing is, what if someone around you, maybe your close friend or someone you know, is constantly talking about someone or like mocking others, and you feel that energy, you feel that vibe when someone keeps talking about someone in a certain way, you feel that vibe. So what do you do when someone is making those comments? The thing is, normally what we do is we do two things. Either we join in, or we stay quiet and don't say anything just because we need to fit in. But you are not doing yourself or that person a favor by keeping quiet. So it's important for you to have a chat with that person. If they're mature enough, just call them out. Just say, hey dude, I don't think that's cool. I don't think you should have said that. If they're not mature enough, obviously there will be other consequences. Let's say you've tried all odds and it's still being toxic to you, then the best thing you can do for yourself at that point is to distance yourself, because I know what that toxicity feels like. It's going to be hard to be around someone who constantly makes fun of someone or sense that sort of vibe or energy. So it's important for you to identify those people in your life, talk to them. It's always good to have a chat. You are helping out a friend by pointing out that they're doing something just not humane. We do it so often. Like, everyone does it, but we don't realize how inhumane it is to mock someone for the way they are or the way they talk, or like a silly mistake. I thought this is something that has to be out there. I wanted to talk about this because I feel strongly about it. I really hope that this video had opened up some sort of new perspective for you guys. We should be spreading love and not hate, not mockery. Thank you so much for joining me today. I will see you guys again with another video. Thank you.